mathematicians. So we have been discussing NBHM 2020 question papers. So this is a part C problem. For subsets of C2, C2 is given. We are asked to find it is bounded or unbounded. Okay. So before I explain you the options, let's just see what is the definition of bounded set in a metric space as well as in a non-linear space. Then we step by step we see whether which of them are bounded, which of them are not bounded. Okay. So first let's see a definition in case of metric space. Suppose x comma d is a metric space, a subset A is said to be bounded if distance between any two points of A is bounded by some fixed number R, fixed positive number R, then A is said to be a bounded set. Okay. Now, but like C2 is a non-linear space. So, when you are in the non-linear space, we have some advantage like there is a zero. So let's see. And like you can think geometrically in non-linear spaces. Let's see how. So let A subset of X, then A is said to be bounded if there is a R greater than 0 such that norm A minus 0 strictly less than R for all A belongs to A. This means that there is a R greater than 0, and if you look at the disk center at origin of radius R, the set A will be contained in that disk. Okay. So for example, like uh, let look at for example, you look at R2, and suppose I'm considering this square. Okay. And this square is a bounded set because, so you can draw a big circle center at 0 such that if you look at the interior of this circle, basically we are looking at the disk center at origin. This set will be subset of that disk. That means that this set, the square is a bounded set. Okay. Similarly, if you look at the line, say x equal to y, then there is no disk center at origin that contains this x equal to y line. Therefore, x equal to y line is an unbounded set. Okay. So this way you can visualize the sets nicely and you can prove boundedness, unboundedness. Okay. So okay, let's see how to use this definition. So first option is set of all z comma w belongs to c square such that z square plus w square equal to 1. It looks like we are given the unit circle in the space c square, but it is not. Actually, you see this is the unit circle, mod z square plus mod w square equal to 1. So if it is a unit circle, every point is lies in the at the distance 1 from origin. Therefore, option C is bounded. Now we can write it right away because it is just a unit circle. So remaining options we will see. So let's see first option. See, the usual metric on C square is given by, if you take 2 points z1 w1 z2 w2, then its distance is z2 minus z1 the whole square plus w2 minus w1 the whole square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, so we need this definition of the matrix in the options. So this is the set given in option A. So let's take, so we claim that this set is unbounded. Okay. So to show this set is unbounded, we will show that there is like we'll show that some, so we know some, already we know examples of many unbounded sets and bounded sets, right? So we will show that some unbounded subsets that we know very well are subset of this set. Okay, if a subset is unbounded, then the bigger set is also unbounded. That is our logic. Okay, so you take z equal to x plus y. W can be any element of c square satisfying this condition, but we take w to be x minus y for the time being. Then z square will be x square minus y square plus 2ixy, and w square will be x square minus y square minus 2axy. If you sum them, you will get 2 times x square minus y square because these two terms will get cancelled. So suppose this z and w belongs to this set A, then their sum of the squares will be equal to 1. Therefore, 2 times x square minus y square will be equal to 1. In other words, x square minus y square equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Therefore, so set of all, so when an element of the form z and z bar belongs to this set A, that is what we have concluded. If this is z, this is z bar. Okay. So we have found that if z equal to x plus iy and this x and y, if it is satisfies the condition x square minus y square equal to 1 by 2, then these points z comma z bar will be contained in A. Okay. But what is x? Can you see what is this set in R2? This is a hyperbola. Okay, so if it is a plus, it is a circle, but it is a there is a minus. So we have studied like this kind of equation in school itself. So this is a hyperbola which is unbounded. Therefore, like so this is unbounded means x and y can take arbitrary big value. Okay, therefore yeah, A is unbounded. Okay, so again you can ask, so how do I come up with this example? Like when you keep doing lots of similar problems, like you know how to approach this problem. Okay, so this is one technique, but this is not the only way to prove that this set is unbounded. Like this I mean so, like for me this is what comes in my mind. For you, you can come up with a different proof also. Okay. Okay, let's see option B. Like I would like to point here some general result here. So notice that the set A is a zero set of the polynomial z square plus w square minus 1. So I define a polynomial in two variable f of z comma w equal to this polynomial. Then if you look at the roots of this polynomial in two variable is precisely the set A. Okay. So regarding zeros of polynomials, we have a nice result regarding its boundedness and more. So let's see what is the general result, but it is a very advanced result. So I just want to share with you. If you are interested, you can check about Stein variety. Okay. So variety and a little bit advanced, but if you are already interested in topology and like manifold and stuff, you can look at it. So Fi is a collection of holomorphic functions from C power n to C, and we look at set of all points z such that that point z is a zero or a root for all these functions. Okay, then this set x has to be either a finite set or it is an unbounded set. In other words, if this set is infinite, then it has to be unbounded. That is what this result is saying. So in case of our problem, we have shown that there are this set has infinitely many elements. For example, you take any points in this hyperbola, and using that points you can form infinitely many z. Therefore, A contains infinitely many elements. Therefore, A has to be unbounded by this result. Okay, so like the general result is if it is a Stein variety and if it is bounded, then it has to be finite. Okay, or if it is compact, then it has to be finite. So like you can remember this result also. If you're interested, you check further on Stein variety and stuff. Okay, so again for option B, it is given that set of all z comma w belongs to C square such that mod real part of square plus mod real part of w square equal to 1. Now we consider this set of all 1 comma it such that t belongs to R plus, okay, positive real numbers. Then this set is subset of B. Okay, why? If you take a point like this, then its real part of Z will be 1, and so this is Z, this is W. For Z, real part is 1. For W, real part is 0. Therefore, modulus of real part of Z square plus modulus of real part of W square, you will get 1. Okay. Therefore, all these points are in B. Let's calculate the distance between 0 to these points 1 comma it. So basically you get 1 square plus it square whole power 1 by 2. This is modulus of it square will be like the modulus of I is 1, so you can just leave it. So 1 plus 2 square greater than or equal to 1 by 2. 1 plus 2 square power 1 by 2 is greater than or equal to t. This number greater than or equal to t square. Therefore, you get this whole thing is greater than or equal to t. So this shows that uh, for any real number, positive real number, there is a point whose distance from origin is t. Okay, that means that you cannot find a disk, open disk about origin such that that contains all the points of B, because the points 1 plus it is can be far away, arbitrarily largely far away. Okay, for example, like if I want it to be in the like 1 lakh distance, I can take t to be 1 lakh. Okay, then distance between 0 comma 0 and 1 plus I 1 lakh will be, distance will be at least 1 lakh. Okay, so this distance can be made arbitrarily large. Okay, therefore you cannot put B inside a open unit disk around 0 comma 0. Therefore B is unbounded. So similarly, like C, I said it is a open unit sphere. Sorry, it is a not open unit sphere. It is a unit. Yeah, it is a unit sphere. Therefore, it is a bounded set. Option D is mod z square minus mod w square equal to 1. So if you look at this, you should remember that cos h square t minus sin square t equal to 1. That equation should come in your mind. So so that implies that this set of all cos ht comma sin ht for t belongs to R is a subset of D. Okay. Now we calculate the distance between 0 comma 0 to this cos ht comma sin ht. Then if you simplify, you will get that the distance is cos h2t power whole power 1 by 2, and ht is an unbounded function. Therefore, this I mean, like cos h2t is nothing but this function. Okay, so this function you can see this is e power 2t, e power minus 2t. Like exponential can be made arbitrarily large. Okay, therefore, like in this set D, there are points which is very far away from 0 comma 0, and the distance can be made arbitrarily large according to, we have to choose t accordingly. Okay, therefore D is not bounded. Okay, so this is some general technique to prove some sets are unbounded. And yeah, if you learned something new in this video, please click the like button and share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.